Hey everybody, welcome back to Lapis Lauri, and we are sitting here right in front of our Greek temple. Now in our last episode, I had done the stairway right beneath me, and I really liked how it looked, so I went through and cleaned up the stairway over here. And as I had thought about, when I redid the path over the top of that white column behind me, I wanted to replicate it over here on this side, so that's what I did as well. And I really like how it turned out. It kind of frames this entrance to the temple really well, the big doorway where people walk up to see things. And I kind of just finished out some of the stairways going up to the observation tower so that they look the same as well. So let's go ahead and take a look over here where I want to make the pathway coming in from the water. And I'll show you what I want to do with that. So let's get busy. I cleared out some more of this mountainside right here so that we can have room for this nice walkway. I want it to kind of look like this right here. I just built the very beginning of it so that we can see it, how it's going to look when they're walking. It's going to be like every 4 spaces there's going to be a column and there'll be a covered walkway. This is more of a traditional Greek temple look. But you know, it's Minecraft, so I can make it however I want. And I've used the quartz columns and the stairways and then the half slabs in the middle. And the next thing I want to tackle is kind of how I want the floor to look. I've got this mycelium growing here like a pathway, which I think is kind of cool, but we've got it bordered in stone so it doesn't spread any farther than we want it to. So that'll spread out here and kind of make an interesting color. I'm wondering how that would look if we can, well, you'd have to have a silk touch in order to get it, but we're in creative, so we can probably take care of that too. I'm thinking what structures, what surface I want this to be on the ground as well. I know I want to use a little bit of gravel just because it makes an interesting sound when you walk on it, and it looks more natural on the ground. The Greeks used a lot of mosaic tile, and I don't know if I can replicate that or not. I'll just have to try my best with it. I suppose I could use like gemstones. Let's try one and see if it looks too crazy or not. I'll bring that mycelium down too, just because I like it. I don't want to get rid of my glowstone just yet. Let's see if I can't bring it out any farther than that, or it'll spread to the grass. No, that just looks silly. But you know, a little bit of patchwork gravel might be okay. Kind of gives it an interesting texture. We'll just go through and do a couple of these here and there and leave some of it smooth. Definitely no dirt. So it looks like, you know, it's old, it's been around for a while. And it, you know, people have walked on it. We want it to look like worn and used. And I don't really want to replace any, oh, there's an extra piece there, of the cobblestone that's existing, because that's kind of part of it too. I don't want it to look too planned. Like maybe that one needs to be that. And we'll just have some of that purple mycelium in a couple different places. Maybe over here, over there, just kind of random to give it a nice textural look. Because I like how it blends with the stone and the gravel. And if you go back over, we don't want it, yeah, nothing too, I don't know, regular. So that it just looks like a kind of a worn pathway. When you walk on it, it makes a nice little sound. Let's put some more light over here so we can see what we're doing. And then I think I'll go through and put a little bit of cobble in a few places just to keep it, because you know they're going to have to repair this occasionally. Let's see. How's that looking, guys? What do you think about that? Let me get rid of that one. Put that over there. I think I'll just leave the iron there. It kind of gives it a nice look. There. That one looked a little too regular. Okay. That's alright. I kind of like that look. We need to kind of work on doing that here as well. All up here where people are going to be walking, we're going to need some sort of texture. Just put that right like that. And all the little temple minions would come out and have to repair this stuff, and they would use whatever they had available. So I'm thinking this is probably going to look kind of alright. I just don't want that mycelium to spread everywhere. And I think it only grows on dirt, so I think we're good. Let's see if it goes on sand. I kind of doubt it. Okay, so our pathway's pretty well done. I just want it to kind of look a little soft and kind of natural. Put a little cobblestone on this end. We haven't done that. Maybe that one. There we go. I like it. Gives you a little crunchy sounds once in a while, but not every time you step. Okay. Now, let's get busy with our columns. Get all the things we need, and we need our little half slab. Is that quartz? Yep. Okay. So for these, did I get too far up? Yeah, let's go down just a little. Wrong stuff. Is it 3? Yep, 4 total. There we go. And that's going to be our prestigious walkway coming up to the temple from the water landing. And let's see, if you're arriving by water, it'd be kind of rather river Styx-ish. Come up here and just kind of follow along. I'm going to have to trim back this tree just a little bit so it doesn't. That's too bad. I like these big old oak trees. They don't grow this big very often. I don't want to take it down. Just, oh, look, somebody's made a little room up here. We'll kind of replace it and make it grow a little bit over the top of it, make it look a little more natural at that point. Let's see, so we're going to need half slabs all along the top of this. We'll just come through and do that. Oh, too fast for it. Nope, reach the end, okay? I'll go through and do this other side. I'm glad I had this laid out just a little bit. I saved a little bit of time and kind of clearing out the side wall there onto the mountain so that we didn't have to spend time digging. A little farther up. Okay, now we can go through and put our reverse stairs. I think I could do that from below. Yep. That gives us a little bit of a raised ceiling up from underneath. We'll have to work on some lighting. For inside, we'll see how we want to accomplish that. All right, that side's done. Just, oh, follow along all the way down here. And there we go. All right. It's looking good. Now, how do you think we should best accomplish some light here? Now, Greek columns tended to have some sort of footing, and I'm wondering how that's going to look if we do that. I don't want to encroach on this path. I almost think that's too much. I don't know. Let's go back and look at that. It looks almost too big, I guess. I don't know. We could try it for a little while and see. And then I thought about actually making the base column that's underneath that to be a glowstone. If I do that, then it's going to encroach on that. Is that going to be okay? I think it will. We'll just have to look at it and see. Alright, we walked all that. Is that just too much? Although it does give it a nice added dimension as you're walking. Alright, here's my thought. Is that too much? Or is it moving away from what the Greeks would have wanted? I think it is. I think it's just too much for it. So we'll just put it back. Maybe we can do like 1 or 2 at a regular interval. We'll have to see. I'm thinking torches are more the thing. Excuse me. So there we go. We've got that nice little thing going on there. I'm thinking it may just have to be torches. Let's have a look from over here. That looks pretty good. I like it. If we set them in the ceiling, how would that look? And where would we put them? Because it's an even number, you can't center it. We could do a pathway like this, and then a half slab it. And since it hangs down, that would be too far. That's not too bad. We could do an alternating pattern of that. So let's try it. We're 2 back right here. Half slab it. That might not be too much because I don't want to use too much of it. Alright, let's see how this is. That might be okay. Give a little bit of interest. Again, it's all about texture and depth. We could even, could we come across like that, or would that just be, oh, I like it. Evens it out. Makes it look like it's kind of supposed to be there instead of something hanging out. Pretty cool. All right. We've got that done. That gives us a little bit of a detail on top. Now, do we want to light that up here on the way as well? So from up above, it looks pretty epic. Oh. I think we should. Because people will be seeing the top of this from up here. So if you're standing here, you're going to want that to look pretty cool. Yeah, that gives it some interest. Let's go ahead and put those on the end. They're closer to the end down here, and we'll leave that like that. So 3 up, 4 up. And yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so there's our pathway and our little Greek walk. for the people to come. And I think we're going to want to put like flower pots or something along this way. Let's see how we want to do that. Let's look. We'll have some trapdoors and dirt and some flowers. Should we have flowers or maybe ferns? I think flowers might be more the thing, but we'll try it. Maybe some roses. So I can't put it there because of the thing. Can I? Well, yeah, I can. Put some roses. Different texture packs will make that look differently. I kind of like it. I don't know. Is that just too much? Let's see what we can do with that. Can we recess it? I'm all about the recessed niches here. I think for today, this will be our project, is just the little walkway to make it look nice. So we've recessed that a little bit. Do we need to do it some more? Because we'll have an equal amount there. That's pretty cool. How about like this? And then, what about that? What about actual flower pots? Let's look here. I mean, they had pottery and all that kind of good stuff. Well, that's kind of nice. It makes it look a little nicer. Let's see what we can do. Should we do every one or every other one? What's the second one? So let's do this one. That'll even it out some, so we do 3 high. And then 4. And then down below. And then we glowstoned it. And then we put a little half slab. And some flower pots. See, we can alternate what we put in here too. We could actually put the ferns in this one. I kind of like the green better than the red. The roses on this texture pack, the default texture pack, just kind of look funny. I've seen some that are just beautiful and I wish I could load them up. But I want to build everything in default so everybody can have the opportunity to do this. Not everybody uses texture packs. And if you can make it look good in default, it'll look good anywhere. Get rid of our dirt. There we go. I think we'll maybe even go for that chiseled stone that we've pulled in, the Greek key looking stuff. Since we're not using roses, we can get rid of that. There you go. I like it. I likey. And it's raining. And this would have been our last one. Let's see if we can get it done. I may have to actually build up on this side. Yuppers. So now I'm going to have to leave a transition to the mountainside eventually, but not yet. So there we go. That's going to be our Greek key corners. Whoops. And then our half slab. And the little flower pots. And ferns. How about that action? I kind of like it. And then, you know, people can stop over here and meditate whatever they've got to ask their oracle. And the acolytes can assist them to their way once they get up here. And I'd like to work on a transition right here. I've got this stone brick, which I like for just the base steps. I think is fine. Did I pull that down? No, I didn't. Let's get rid of our dirt. Let's do that. Not one too many turns. Okay, so we've got this, and I'd like to work on this pathway too. I thought about making it white, but that seems so stark in comparison. I may just carry through with the gravel idea up here. So let's see what we can do about clearing this out. We'll just take it all the way back. Here's the unfun part of building creative, is just clearing it. So dark, so scary. Oh, keyboard's going crazy here. I'll put a little music in. I'll probably fast forward this part for you. Oh well, at least it quit raining. I'm good with it. All right, so let's look at here what we've done today on this little build. We finished our little pathway that's going to come up here. We've kind of carried it on through the entrance of the temple, so it's consistent in design and feel, because I want it to look very similar, kind of naturally looking, of what a laid road might actually look like. With a little bit of texture, something different. They've had to, hand make this. They've carved it out of the mountain. And we have our Greek column temple appearance with the regular spaced columns and a simple roof with different little altars along the way that look interesting. We have finished our overhang so that they're sheltered from the weather until they come up here. I turned off the pyres initially in order to have my frame rates be a little bit better, but we can start them right up again so we can see them. Let's fly over here. Oh, not there. Oh, now look what I've done. I've destroyed the whole thing. Me and flames, not always the best of friends. Let's put it back. There we go. And for our last one. There we go. Alright, so our big burning pyres are back. And we've done a little work around here so that you can see all the different stuff. The little buttons. I love using buttons on a lot of things, but it looks like a lot of the dentile architectural details that you find in Greek builds, like the keys that we've used in the blocks and the white quartz, definitely right along with the Greek theme. So I hope you've liked today's build. This is Lapis Lauri, and until next time, we'll see you later.